Good morning, YouTube. Today I'm going to review a 2012 Audi TTs.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan and this is our dealership, MG Supercars, and this is a consignment car. It's actually, believe it or not, our UPS guy. He drops off all these boxes. He's obviously a car guy and he comes in, he would tell us about this car, and he's like, hey, I'm thinking about selling my Audi TTs. We said, sure, we can sell it for you. So he dropped it off and here it is. Apparently this car has never seen rain. It is extremely clean. However, the front clear bra is original and is cracking, so that probably needs to be replaced fairly soon. Otherwise, everything else seems to be in really excellent condition. It does have a few mods, which we'll go over in a minute, and of course we're gonna walk around, show you everything, and then we're gonna go take it out for a spin. But if you'd like to support us, please like, share, and subscribe. We are almost to 100,000, so we're gonna get there very soon, especially if you guys can help us out and subscribe. And you can go visit normalguysupercar.com. There you can buy parts and services, and MG Supercars, our dealership website. And if you're interested in this car or any of the others we have for sale, send us an email, sales@ngsupercars.com. All right, guys, let's walk around and show you everything about it. And of course, I'm gonna pull up my cheat sheet of notes of what all has been modified to it. Okay, we've got the TTS. Now, obviously, it has aftermarket OZ wheels, but we do have the factory wheels. So if you wanted those included with the sale, that should not be a problem. They can either be included if you pick it up, or they can be shipped to you. Sitting on Continental Extreme contacts. They're fairly new tires. What all has been done to this thing? Okay, apparently it's been tuned and modded and all this stuff. It should be around 330 horsepower. It's got a fuel pump, a roller cam conversion, a DSG tune for 93 octane. Dump pipes and cats are stock, so it passes emissions, no problem. It's got an all unitronic intercooler, a billet catch can, subframe stiffeners, dog bone bushing stiffeners, airbox, ignition coils were replaced recently, new battery. Okay, there you go. So basically this thing's up to date on everything, and it's been modified in tasteful, subtle ways that aren't going to make it real obvious and be all intrusive and annoying. There is basically almost no flaws on it. There's a teeny scratch right there, very small. Clear bra, you can see it's got like cracking in it, so it just needs to go. It needs to be replaced. Honestly, just get rid of that and put a full front bra on this thing, and front PPF, and that'd be good. A little bit of smudge right there in the paint. Doesn't look like there's any chips or anything in the windshield. And again, I apologize that it's dirty, but our shop's been dirty and this car's been sitting in the shop for a while they're doing construction. That's pretty much it. I think he said there was a tiny ding somewhere on one of the fenders or something. I think maybe it's right. I mean, you know it's small when you can't find it very easily, right? Oh, right there. It's a tiny little distortion. Okay, that's basically it. Interior is also, again, basically in perfect condition. You've got the cool baseball stitching. That is super cool. I really like that. Black leather seats that are not meant for human beings in the rear, so I don't think you're exactly going to fit anyone in there. Honestly, I know very little about these cars, so let's just take it out for a spin and see how it drives. Okay, let's turn on the AC because it is hot. Service in 9,200 miles. Okay, we got a while to go. 25,872 miles. We're gonna drive about 20-ish miles. I'm gonna turn off the radio. Old school navigation, probably worthless. Honestly, this is probably one of those where just replace this with the new modern unit and you'll be much happier. Life will be better that way. Sport mode? Ooh, sport mode. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're gonna drive it in sport mode because well, brakes are touchy. I have only driven. Okay, sport mode still shifts for you. I've driven an Audi TT a long time ago. My brother had one. I don't really remember because that was so many years ago. I don't remember what it was like. So I have basically nothing to base this thing on. I have no idea how it's going to feel. Steering's very light and actually, wow, it's pretty responsive. I mean, the car's so small. Jeez. Okay, that's a good sign. I think I'm gonna like this. I know it's not going to wow me in the acceleration department. It's only got 320 something, 330-ish horsepower, so it's not like it's that fast. But I mean, it's a pretty small car. It should be reasonably light. I believe these still have the Quattro, so I think it's still four-wheel drive and all that. So it should have good grip. It's got a little bit of sound to the engine. All right. So already I can tell the transmissions are driving nuts. I hate slush boxes. Might be its downfall of this car. It seems to have a decent amount of pickup, especially once that turbo spooled up. It actually started to scoop pretty good, but it just shifts very slow, and we're in sport. So, yeah, I don't know. I wonder if I like, oh, there we go. Okay, we'll put it in manual, so hopefully that helps a little bit. Okay, yeah, that's better. Driving in manual mode seems to shift a little more appropriately. When I tell it to, it shifts pretty quickly, doesn't hesitate, so that's good. I hate when you got like the automatic trying to figure out life and it's just going all over the place. It doesn't exactly know what you're doing. When you're trying to have fun, it gets in the way of fun, you know? A little bit of road noise, but it's pretty quiet in here. I mean, these are the back Texas roads. They're, you know, and of course it is running Continental Extreme Contacts, which are noisy tires. Yeah. Oh yeah, it feels pretty nimble. Okay, when you're on it, the shifts are pretty quick. It's not bad. A little bit of body roll, not awful, just a little bit. Yeah, it feels good when that turbo kicks in. I love the short wheelbase. It just is very snappy, you know, it just makes it so that the car is very responsive. The steering is actually really quite impressive. I'm very pleased with it. A little bit of body roll, like I said, not bad. Now that I'm manually shifting the transmission, it's doing much better and it's much more tolerable. Oh yeah. Okay, you know, I mean, yeah, it's not gonna blow you away with acceleration, but that's pretty quick. That's actually not bad. It's got a little bit of power. It definitely starts to die off once it gets into upper RPMs. You know, you start losing some of that torque, but it pulls pretty decently. I'm actually kind of pleased with this. So I could see where this would be a fun little car to just yeet around at a track. You know, with the small wheelbase, I bet it's probably like a good short track or rallycross or whatever they call it. Real nimble stuff. It seems like these would do pretty good. Alright, let's see what she can do. No one coming. No. Get back into first. Okay. When I stopped, it shifted back into non-manual. With that, it pulls pretty good. It's very smooth. It would be easy to track this car, very easy to manage because the power is pretty linear even though it is turbo. Like, it's got a little bit of a turbo lag, and then once it gets going you can feel it and it's nice and it's controllable, and then it stayed on the whole time. It didn't have like, you know, any weird issues with when it changed gears. See, now it just went back to sport. I guess that means like if you want it to be, if I put it in drive, okay, and then I tap it over, now it's in manual. I guess sport mode must just be like automatic but spiffier shifting or something. I don't know. There's an error on my part. I should have had it in manual mode because I was kind of doing weird stuff where it just be like, oh, I'm gonna go back into auto. I didn't want it to. Another shocking thing is there's actually quite a bit of headroom in this car, even though it's a tiny car. Nice blinker. There we go. Yeah, I really like when the turbos spool up. It does take a moment. It's, you know, not a horrible lag, but it's a little bit. Well, it rides pretty smooth. It handles the bumps pretty good, which is impressive given the short wheelbase. Usually, really short wheelbase cars like this kind of are bouncy and rough, but this seems to be pretty smooth, pretty pleasant. Again, a little bit of body roll, but it feels pretty planted and very controllable. It's just nice and light. I love light cars. They're just so tossable, and it makes it more confident. You know, it inspires confidence when you're driving, when you don't have all this weight shifting and you have to really concentrate on rolling the weight into where you need it to be and having it planted where you want before it gets there. Versus these cars, it's just kind of like yeet. It's like, toss. Doesn't matter, whatever. I don't have to worry about rolling it into the corner. I can just kind of yank. It still grabs. The more I'm driving it, the more I'm enjoying it. Especially now that we're into more of the twisty stuff. It definitely is where this car needs to be. This car is great in the twisties. Flat road, straight stuff, meh. Not the greatest. It's kind of a little bit boring. But it certainly has good handling, good braking. It feels very tight and confidence inspiring. You know what's interesting is there's like not a creak or crick in this car. It is dead silent, like when it hits bumps and stuff. No rattles. I'm kind of surprised. I thought Audis were kind of known for like rattly interiors, but I guess maybe I'm wrong on that. I can see why the Audis are good rally cars. I mean, it feels like a rally car. Just a short wheelbase, nice tight steering. I could just see doing a rally in one of these things. That would be so fun. Oh man. Here we go. It's not winning drag races, but it's still fun. Yeah, I'm impressed. I thought I was gonna hate this car, and I actually really enjoyed it. I'm very impressed. Definitely needs to be in the twisties to be enjoyed. That is where this car belongs. Well, YouTube, I'm kind of surprised how much I did enjoy that car. It is pretty fun. It's just such a tiny little thing. It's a very tossable, nimble car. Feels very rally-esque, and so that is actually quite fun. It makes it endearing to me. So I enjoyed this car a lot. It is for sale, hopefully up on the website by the time this video comes out. But if you want to make us an offer, send us an email, sales@ngsupercars.com. Of course, you can go to normalguysupercar.com. There you can buy parts and service from us. And of course, please subscribe. We're almost to 100,000, so hopefully we'll hit that in the next week or two, and then we'll be throwing a big party. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Stay tuned for all that. Well, you guys, awesome, fun little car. We'll see you guys in the next video. We're gonna be doing a lot of cool car stuff. You're gonna want to stay tuned. It's gonna be sweet.